Hey, Travis Rogers, Mind Right Training. Feelings of peer pressure or teammate pressure can lead to a lot of anxiety for a young athlete. That anxiety can lead to a lack of will to compete, a loss of confidence, and really reduce the joy and passion that an athlete has for their sport. If we can flip that around, if we can reduce feelings of peer and or teammate pressure, athletes will enjoy their sport much more. They will compete with a much greater level of confidence. So today I want to talk about really it's an onion with a lot of layers, but today I want to talk about two main points, and then give ways that we as parents can help our athletes reduce their feelings of peer and teammate pressure. The first point is last fall I met with about 30 kids doing some mental conditioning, 30 baseball players. Asked those 30 guys what they feared the most when they stepped on the field. What were they worried about the most? Every single one of those athletes at the top of their list was they worried about letting down their teammates. So this is a huge issue with young athletes. If we can reduce that fear, they're going to have more fun, leading to more competitive will, more competitive fire, more enjoyment for the game. So it's really, really a big deal. How we can reduce that fear. What they're worried about is an outcome. What these young athletes worried about is if they get the hit in the big situation, if they make the big pitch, if they sink the big free throw, if they make the big save. That's what they're worried about. What we need to pass along to them is the emphasis that there's so much more to a game, to the sport, than just scoring goals, getting hits. If we can emphasize the things that they can control, things like being a great teammate, having great energy, competing to the best of their abilities, all those things that are within their control, and we emphasize those things, they will learn that those things are more important than scoring goals. Now, is this going to work if they come to bat with the bases loaded in the seventh inning and they strike out? Of course not. Of course, it's still going to be hard on them. But the more we can emphasize to them, did you give your best effort? Did you walk to the plate with confidence? Were you a great teammate? Did you work hard this week in practice? The more we emphasize those things, the more they will come to understand the outcome that they have is not the most important thing. So that's the first thing. The second thing is a lot of young athletes identify themselves with how they do on the field. Okay, so they are, as they're trying to figure out who they are, a lot of these young guys and gals relate who they are to how they perform on the field. So they feel the peer pressure of if they do well, they're looked at as a great athlete, and it kind of becomes more a part of who they believe they are. So to combat that, the problem with that is if they have success, everything's great. If they don't have success, they feel they lose a sense of identity, a sense of who they are. So to combat that, what we have to do is a couple things. Again, we have to emphasize the importance of being a great teammate, the same things that I just spoke about, working really hard, all those kinds of things. We also have to emphasize, and this kind of goes without saying, I realize that, they have to know that there's so much more to who they are and who they will become outside of sport. Okay, so sport can relay a lot of that. What's it like to be a great teammate, a great leader? And we have to, again, emphasize that stuff. Tell them they're doing a great job. They're being a great leader. They're working really hard. They're giving great effort. And their teammates will respect and see those things. So we have to emphasize that. That's really what I wanted to talk about today. So a couple key points. Again, there's many layers to that onion. There's a lot of things that these young athletes are going through in relation to peer and teammate pressure. But if we can emphasize those things, controllable things, and they learn to relate themselves to those things, they're going to have more fun, more joy, compete with much greater confidence. In my next video, I'll talk about how coaches can help instill this within their teams. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.